Riqi is setting up over there the tablet so we can record for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Absolutely.
and all that. So welcome, Riqi. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Flame?
I'm doing really good. I'm excited about today's topic. I believe you came up with the idea for today. I'm very excited.
Well,
for that.
we as a team, right? Today's topic. We're also going to review what we spoke about in last week's core meeting.
Oh yeah,
which was so fun, and I was kind of nervous because I was facilitating, but everyone loved it. So we had a good turnout, and we had some good responses.
So for those who don't know, the core meeting is a weekly Zoom that we do every Monday at 6:30, run by ACQC. It's a social group. We also have fun classes, cooking classes, social meetups. We talk about things that affect the LGBT community. And it's a great way to make friends during COVID times with everyone from the safety and comfort of their homes. So if you want to join us, contact me or MPQueens19, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Give us your email, let us know, and we'll put you on the mailing list. What was your highlight? What was your takeaway from the core group last Monday?
That a lot of people felt that way.
Oh, by the way, the topic was ageism. It was
fat shaming,
body shaming. What else?
Slut shaming,
and shaming in general,
and bottom shaming. And this is all within the MSM community.
Correct.
I don't know the experience what it is for lesbian. I don't know what the experience it is for trans people. I know what it is for MSM.
You're welcome to join us and let us know so we can.
Right. There was a young person there.
Me?
No. Young.
Oh no.
What was her name?
Chili,
what was their name?
My friend. My friend Shakila. But they go by they them. I did not know that.
I thought it was. I thought they did. Who cares?
I use they them for most people nowadays.
Right. It's safer.
It's safer. Yeah.
But no, they had experience, and I learned a new word. Pegging.
Pegging. Who knows about pegging?
Honey.
If you don't know about pegging,
I did not know. Pegging? No, I'm not talking about like Peggy. Pegging. So, would you like to explain what pegging is?
I would. Sorry, I just got distracted. So this for the first time, I put the phone sideways instead of up and down. I just realized I can't see anybody's comments and things.
No, it should be.
It will.
Yeah.
Also, nobody's commenting. Come on, guys, comment.
We have one person
like,
watching
share.
so far.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Feel free to comment, like, and share. But yeah, so pegging was brought up. So pegging is the act of a person, typically female, but doesn't have to be, but a person using a strap-on to top their receptive partner. Mm-hmm. So yes, traditionally this has been women that do this, but I'm sure
I'm assuming
other people can as well.
Trans men can do it too.
They sure can.
I mean, or even like cis men.
Yeah, why
sometimes not? Two is better than one.
Yeah, try it. So yeah, I'm glad you learned a new word. Yeah, the topic was about shaming, and one thing that really stuck to me is we're not going to use names because we don't blow up anybody's spots.
Not today.
An ACQC and a core group, but one of the members did say something along the lines of a young man, 38, I believe, 35 at the time. They said that they were at a concert and a younger gay person, maybe 18 or so, called them grandpa. Someone they didn't know, completely out of the blue, unprovoked, for no reason, said something like, "Get out of the way, grandpa," or "Move over, grandpa," or something like that. And I feel like for someone that age, saying that, they probably didn't mean it with so much malice. Maybe they feel they were being shady or cute or kikiing, but the person that was on the receiving end of that joke actually was quite traumatized by it, and it affected them very deeply, and they
wanted to jump off
the roof.
I don't know.
Okay. That was me.
I didn't want to say names, but if you want to join us, please tell the story. Yeah.
But I actually get you. I think it's important to share this kind of things.
I think so.
Because as we were talking earlier, we don't think of the consequences of our words or actions, and sometimes words can hurt more than actual actions.
This was 4 years ago, right?
It was 4 years ago at the Pride Island. It was the Pride Festival in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
It was Kylie
Governor's Island? Was it Governor's Island?
No, it was actually 42nd Street pier.
Okay, awesome.
So I got my ticket ahead of time because I was going to see my diva, Kylie Minogue. So I was so excited. It was the best day of my life. And then when the concert ended, we all went to see the fireworks by the Hudson River. And so I was standing with all the souvenirs that they give there for T-Mobile. They were giving out stuff. So I was like pretty much
That's right.
so I was just standing, and there were two guys just walking towards the pier, and then they said, "Excuse me, Grandpa," and they passed by me.
Hey.
You know
Okay, that's what that was.
What?
Unadulterated.
Are you talking about me, Grandpa? I'm 35 years old. What do you mean, Grandpa? And the guy laughed and left. He didn't want to interact with me. He just wanted to say, or let me know that I am old.
But you're not.
You weren't, and you're still not. You were just older than
And
they were. And guess what? They're older now than they were then. So if you're watching a man, we're coming for you. No, I'm kidding.
No.
But now it's gonna come back at you. Someone else is
Genetics
gonna
is a
call you
bitch, honey.
Grandpa.
Honey, the hands of time will march all over your face, honey.
All of us.
Don't play.
All of us.
They're probably doing teen now. They're probably 10 years older than what they are.
But I feel so sorry because they are going to get old.
We all are. If
At
we're lucky,
some point.
if we're lucky, we all will.
Yeah. I don't feel bad for aging. Actually, I feel alive because of that. That's part of life.
Yeah.
But probably that person, by the moment when he realizes that he's old enough to not be attractive to other guys, he's gonna get it. He's gonna right in front of his face. He's gonna see all that shame that he throw at me. He's gonna feel it.
Or find
himself
a daddy chase.
Trying to feel himself good by making somebody feel bad.
That's never right. That's never.
And it never works out at the end of the day, because then later on you're gonna have self guilt or whatever.
Yeah.
So y'all stop age shaming. He's only 74. Well, 30. I don't even know.
37.
30. Yeah, 73. And that gray hair, he earned every one of those. No, it's died. Yeah, see.
Speaking of,
See, this is shade. This is that wasn't taken. It was taken. It's not. It's
and it's a different dynamic when you kind of joke around with your friends versus just like a complete stranger going out and insulting them for no reason. That's not cute. That's not nice.
That's insulting.
We have a whole
That's
generation of RuPaul gays that grew up watching the drag queen shade and drama and all that, thinking that needs to be a part of the culture, but taking it to the next level, not realizing this is something that we do to play games with each other. We're not trying to be malicious.
And the baby gays don't know any better because they think, oh, I'm going to be a bitch to you, so that then
it's not cute.
It's not. If it's a stranger, honey, no. Do it with your friends. Don't do it to each other, but don't do it to anybody.
If your friends don't have a complex about it. Now that I know that she's got a complex about it because of what happened, I will never call them old ever.
So you would, right? I was like,
shady bitch.
Can I have an example? I was like, can I have an example of that? Like, I would never call her Methuselah. I would never call her, you went to high school with Jesus. I wouldn't do that because that's just wrong, right?
Yeah.
That was just a little taste of what we experienced in the core group. One of the many things that we're discussing. We had an amazing conversation last Monday. And this coming Monday, we're going to talk about today's topic that we're going to talk about here. So if you like what you hear, you want to chime in, feel free to comment, feel free to ask questions, and by all means, come join us next Monday at Core Group. Like I said, email me, email JC, email MPQueens19, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Leave your email, let us know, we'll add you to the list. So today's topic, like I said, that we will also be discussing on Monday, is HIV and COVID-19 vaccination. So we're gonna, Riqi was kind enough to make us a list of facts. We're going to talk about facts.
We're going to ask questions and places to go and get the vaccine.
We're going to talk about our personal experiences with that as well. So how would you like to start this, Riqi?
So you have been vaccinated.
I have.
As well as our producer here, Gelman. JC.
So I guess I start talking about
tell me exactly, just step by step, the first shot, the second shot, you know, how it goes so that people out there know
Okay.
what the process is.
I would like to start out even before that. I was very nervous, very scared to get the vaccine. A few of my friends and family members are as well. And I do have to say that I respect that. But after weighing my options and with the opportunity that I had to jump ahead in line, I took it. I weighed my options, but I totally understand why some people might not want to take it. We'll get into that later, but my own personal experience was I weighed my options, I got the vaccine. I tried to do it online. It was near impossible. Every time I kept refreshing the page, nothing would come up. A friend of mine, Ray Babin, if you're watching, thank you so much. He gave me a phone number where I called. I called the phone number. I did get a live person on the phone. I gave them my zip code, and they told me that the closest option I had to get vaccinated was upstate New York. I said, impossible. And unfortunately, that person was very rude to me for not wanting to take that appointment, hung up on me. I called the same number again, initially to curse him out, but then I got somebody else on the phone. Luckily, I got somebody on the phone that was much nicer, and he actually gave me an appointment in Long Island, which for me, living in Queens still sucks, but I figured better than upstate. I took it. That appointment was for a month later from the time that I called. Meanwhile, I was counting my blessings. I was like, all right, at least it's Long Island, not upstate. And then a friend of mine, Jessica Waverka, which I got to give a very special shout out to, her and a friend of hers are going around getting people better appointments. They got a supercomputer that's really fast.
Wow.
They're really being helpful getting people. So I canceled my Long Island appointment from the day that I contacted Jessica. She was able to get me an appointment for 48 hours later. Yes, 48 hours. So far, I've referred a lot of my friends, maybe 10 plus, and she's been able to get everybody an appointment within a 4-day to 6-day window period.
That's awesome. I know you got my friend Tyler one.
Yeah, I sure did.
From Monday to Wednesday.
Work.
He called you Monday night,
and then
spoke with Jessica, I think.
Yes, yes,
and then
yes.
Wednesday 9 a.m.
Yeah. The only catch is you have to be completely flexible. These are people that are donating their time to help other people get vaccinated. So you can't be picky about time, date, location. You get what they give you, but and be there on time. So far, everyone that they've referred, as far as I know, have gone to the Javits Center. Did your friend go to Javits?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, so far, everyone that we've referred to that Jessica and her friend have been able to make appointments for has been at Javits Center. So I'll speak about my experience.
This was in
with that
White
as well.
Plains, because he
okay.
he lives in Pella Manor.
Oh, that makes sense. She got my mom an appointment, and she lives in Yonkers, so we got her one in Westchester. But so far, everyone in the 5 boroughs has been being sent to Javits.
That's beautiful.
So my experience was I had the appointment for 48 hours. I wanted to show proof that I was eligible. I got a doctor's note. I wanted to show that I was working at various food pantries. I got a note from Loved Ones Food Pantry, Refill in Queens, ACQC.
Yeah.
I came fully prepared. They didn't ask.
Damn.
They
don't?
They sure don't. When Jessica gets you the appointment, you get an email. And that email is kind of like your registration. So you have to fill out the questions they ask. And in that questionnaire, they ask you what makes you eligible. So I said that I was a food pantry worker, that I'm an asthmatic, and I came fully prepared with the proof to back that up. Like I said, they never asked for it. But they ask you for that in the questionnaire. Then you click send, and then they send you another confirmation that you have to either print out or screenshot. And you bring that with you the day of the appointment. So I went to my appointment. It was 1 p.m. I got there about 15 minutes early, 20 minutes early, because I like to be early everywhere when possible. And there was no wait in line.
Wow.
I literally walked in.
Your apartment was like on time?
Everything. There was no such thing as appointment, really. You just walk in, and there's so many people set up. Like it's like a huge space, the Javits Center. So they have so many people set up. So the first person, I went to 3 different people. The first person at the door, they ask to check the screenshot that you have, and they ask for your ID and name, and they register you there. And then they send you to the second person. The second person sits you down, also checks your ID, and then assigns you to a person that's going to actually do the vaccination. And this person is the one that hands me a sheet with a list of eligibilities and asks me, do you see anything on this list that makes you eligible for the vaccine? Yes, okay, no problem, put it down. They also give you, and they didn't do this to everybody, but they gave me a paper with facts and things like that. And at first, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous because it said that it's not 100% effective, yada, yada, yada. And I'm thinking to myself, nothing is 100% effective. And they do list that if you're allergic to this and that and the other, you might get a reaction. That's any medication, of course. It was a little concerning at first, but then I remembered, I've had plastic surgery.
You have?
I have. Can you believe it? And
I don't believe it.
yeah. And there is, and same thing, when you go get any kind of surgery, there is a list of things that could happen. It doesn't mean they will, but, to cover their own ass, they got to be upfront and honest. Say, well, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Anyway, so after my little panic attack after reading that, I tried to rationalize. And then, I went in, I got my vaccine, and after the vaccine, they tell you to wait in the waiting area. You time yourself for 15 minutes. This is in the case that, in the very rare case that your body does have an allergic reaction, they have people there to help. But I was sitting there in a room with chairs spaced out 6 feet apart with what could have been maybe 50 plus people. There was no scene, no one came, no one did the, what's it called when they're like, clear, none of that.
The defibrillators.
None of that. There was no drama. So I was sitting there, I timed myself in 2 minutes and I left. And it was perfectly fine.
Awesome. But so they can't just show up, because I know people, I'm going to show up in case people miss their appointments. No. So don't do that. You need an actual appointment.
So my friend Jason came with me because he had an appointment for like 2 days later. And I was like, well, why don't you just come with me? And if you're already there, maybe they'll just take you. No, you do have to have an appointment. You can't just show up. Right. Also, speaking of that appointment, I got my friend Jason and another friend the same appointment. I got them an appointment for the same day. Jason's was 2 o'clock. My other friend was 9 o'clock, but she was late. He was early. They both got there at 12. They both got in and out at the same time.
Wow.
So they're very flexible with the time of your appointment, as long as it's the day of. Except, there is one exception. One of my friends, she had an appointment between 6:15 and 6:30 was her window period. She was delayed by the subway, got there at 6:40, and was turned away. She wasn't allowed in the building. So come to find out, the staff that registers you in, that takes your name and your ID, that checks you in, they clock out exactly at 6:30. So if you have a later appointment, my suggestion would be come earlier.
Yeah.
Come early.
Don't do CP time. You know how we do. We like to linger. No. These people work hard all day. They're putting themselves at risk.
They're over it.
Right. So they want to go home.
I get it. So that's been my personal experience so far. And since then, when I realized how easy it is to get the vaccine, I've been advocating for people who were initially nervous and worried or thought that they might not qualify. I've been trying to help people, especially, my fellow marginalized communities, LGBT, trans, sex workers, undocumented people, mi gente, I'm trying to help out as many people as possible. My friend Jessica is more than willing to help out. So if you need help getting the vaccine, if you think you don't qualify, I can always use some help volunteering at the food pantries, at the clothing drive. Just saying, if you want to come be an essential worker with me, you can do that. You can message me. And that's it. That's been my experience so far. I got vaccinated a week and a half ago. My next appointment is in another 2 weeks. And I read online that from the moment you get the vaccine, it takes 2 weeks for it to be fully effective in your body. With the first vaccine, you're up to 50% less likely to get COVID-19, or rather not to get COVID-19. But if you do get COVID-19, your body is 50% likely to fight it off. With the second vaccine, you're up to 95%. So there is a 5% window that you could get it, but if you're vaccinated and you do get it, your body can now fight it off. So it won't be as severe, you're not going to die from it, you know what I mean? Your body's equipped to fight it off. But you can still have it and pass it on to someone else, right? Which is why they say it's very important to continue wearing the mask and practicing social distancing until further notice. For now, that's very important. But
with that, I
want to hear about you.
Well, I haven't had the vaccine, but with that, I want to.
Yeah.
Why?
I want to hear why. I want to add because there was a frequently asked question: what if I can't get my second COVID vaccine? Like you're late, whatever. You have 42 days or 6 weeks to get this from your first to your second. And this is from the CDC. CDC.org.
42 days to how many?
No, it's 42 days or 6 weeks.
Okay, got a different sheet than I do. Oh, there's a front and back. I didn't realize. I only read one side. Oops.
That's how we do. You don't read the whole. I don't read. I get read too.
So I'll read this part. You read that part. I don't know which part I have.
So they asked me why, which is another part of our myths and stories. Why do I not want to because I love Michael Jackson, and I have done Thriller so many times. As a human, I do not want to be a zombie. And that's partially true, partially not. I'm just saying. I'm waiting between a 3 and 5 year period, minimum of 3, maximum of 5, because I worry. Okay, so everyone's like, but you get the flu vaccine. Yes, that was created in 1976, and we've had plenty of time. Also, this vaccine has been needed in such a short time. I'm just skeptic. Honey, if you're looking for brains, there's none over there. So that's just my feeling. I'm waiting because we know nothing. I'm not a scientist. It's just, don't listen to I listen to my gut. I'm just waiting. I want it. Yeah. Once I see what the hell happens to y'all. And then
that was my mother's take on it. That was my take on it originally until I got offered the opportunity to get it and to kind of get in front of line, where I thought I wasn't going to be eligible till late 2021, if anything, So when I saw the opportunity, I jumped on it. And my mom, like I said, she had the same feeling, but she also decided to get it done because she saw that I had it and she was feeling okay. And I think we have some questions, JC.
Well, there are some comments on Facebook, on your Facebook. Nathan Corona saying, still haven't heard firsthand from anyone who has gotten it.
You have now.
I'm still on the fence.
We here, and then also JC also had it. Did you?
The vaccine?
Yeah.
I got the vaccine at AHF in Jamaica. They were offering it, and actually we are posting on our social media, on Instagram and Facebook, all the information that we're getting from different nonprofits and other clinics. We are sharing it on our social media. So follow us on MPQueens19 Instagram and Facebook, so you can get the latest on vaccination sites and chances to get vaccinated.
MPQueens19, MPQueens19, both of them. Just search. You'll find this. There's only one MP.
Yeah. Because Jason Fulgoni says there was a large line that day.
On the day that Jason
But he was early.
There was a large line, but yeah, he was early, luckily.
And he still got it.
I am glad I got my vaccine thanks to you and Jessica.
Oh, Jessica and
on Instagram we got plenty actually.
Oh yeah.
We got so DJ Riqi saying, I love Kylie Minogue.
Yes, he does. That's
him?
No, that's my friend DJ Riqi.
That's you?
No, that's my friend. His name is I'm Riqi with a Q. He's Trini. He spins and he's a DJ at Pieces on Christopher. He lives, breathes, eats, and poops Kylie Minogue.
Okay. She's my diva. She said, well, he's my diva too. So
yeah.
Great. Also saying time has been kind to Kylie though. She doesn't seem to age.
Just like Cher does.
She will never die.
No, just like Cher.
Yes, exactly. Also we got Stephen Terrell Moore saying, why isn't there any unity in the gay community?
Thank you.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
That could be a topic in itself.
Yes,
for another
core group.
That's actually a really good question. If I could respond to that, I was talking. I forget who I was talking to, but even if I remember, I wouldn't say names anyway. I was talking to someone recently about how different people view drag queens. For me, for instance, when I meet a fellow drag queen, fellow non-binary, fellow trans person, I feel a sense of unity. I want to be with these people. I want to make friends with them. I want to chat with them. And I feel like, and again, I love RuPaul, I'm sorry, but the Ru generation, these younger kids, when they meet other drag queens, non-binary trans people, they feel like it's very competitive. I've seen it. I've witnessed this firsthand, making younger friends that fall under this umbrella of the LGBT community. And I feel like it's always a competition. People always want to one-up me or try to, shade me to put me down so that they can feel better. Whereas I'm always feeling like I'm trying to uplift others. So it's very heartbreaking to me when someone's trying to bring me down while I'm trying to bring them up. Like, why can't we all just have that? Why can't we all? Like, they just ask. Like,
and there are different types of drag. There are so many different types. So everybody doesn't have to look alike. If they look alike, then that would be boring, wouldn't it?
Thank you so much for that comment. I really wanted to have that's the second time this week that I do want to have a topic on this. We can add that that's on the
Awesome.
list. And maybe they can join in the discussion when we do that. So thank you.
Yes, Steven, you can join us every Monday at 6:30 p.m. via Zoom. We always have very interesting conversations with all the MP Queens members. You can join us. You can just send us a message with your email address, and we will send you the invitation. He also loves the flags.
Oh, I love it too. I love
Who brought those flags?
I brought them from downstairs.
Oh, nice.
So we're on the third floor, and I got them from downstairs.
It makes it more
There's a
colorful.
but the core. It adds a pop of color, so it's all there.
More colorful background.
We're missing a bear flag, but we're missing a lot of flags. But who cares?
It's all right.
So what? Who cares?
We got all summer.
We got also Ty Moss.
Tim Moss.
My baby.
Oh,
He's referring to you, yeah.
Tim Moss.
Yep. And that's it for now.
Okay. Yeah, but by all means, please keep commenting, keep asking questions. Very useful information. And like you were mentioning, the MP Queens 19, the core groups, we all have these amazing conversations. But it's important to remember and realize, and we definitely do, that we don't always have to agree.
No.
We can still disagree and have an intelligent and fun discussion and still be friends, get along, as long as we keep it respectfully. Right? We don't agree on a lot of things.
No, but you also have to accept that there are different options.
Absolutely.
Just accept that someone feels different about you and that those options are real, because everyone's opinion is valid.
Absolutely.
So facts are facts, and then opinion. If I have a different opinion, my feelings are valid just as yours are. So no one's right or wrong.
Speaking of that, so I mentioned my my pros about getting the vaccine and how I want to help people who also want to get it, do that. But how do you feel? You said you're not comfortable with it yet. So how do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. I'm just waiting to see. The only thing that sucks is if these theaters start opening and they allow people to come in, they allegedly you have to have had a COVID test within 90 days and or your vaccination card. So that's why I hear, like, not theaters as in Broadway yet. Broadway's still shut down. Movie theaters, coliseums, arenas, stuff like that. They will not allow this. This is what I hear. But who knows what's going to happen with Cuomo? I think that's the reason they're pushing him out. All of a sudden, all these allegations, alleged, is because their restaurants want to open up. As soon as he's out of office, they're going to open up everything. I'm thinking about it. The South is opening up, and we have the same virus. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yes, I'm okay with the waiting, because things can happen. Miracles can happen, and all of a sudden be like, oh, I want it too now. Hopefully it's still free by then, but I'm still forced.
That's another reason why I jump in the front of the line when they have the opportunity. It might not be as accessible. It might not be as easily accessible. It might not be free. We don't know.
Yeah.
What time's gonna bring? So
that's on the black market. You never know.
Who knows? Kind of like bootleg Botox or something. Yeah. No, I got it because it was free and I had the opportunity and I did it. And speaking of, what were you speaking of that reminded me of something? You said something.
Bobo?
No, before that.
Allegations. Restaurants, theaters.
Restaurants and theaters. Airplanes.
It's 35% open now.
I am a traveler. I've dedicated the last 15 years of my life to travel, and it's been really, really affecting my psyche negatively to feel stuck, not be able to go out there and resume my life and travel. And I feel like being vaccinated makes me feel a lot more comfortable about being in an enclosed space, like an airplane, with a bunch of people. I feel like I won't be germophobic and have as much of a panic attack as I would have if I wasn't vaccinated. And also, I feel like they probably will ask that. I know when you travel now, they ask you for a COVID test, and they might still do that. But I think just having the card that says I was vaccinated will make it a little easier for me. But yeah, you mentioned facts. We have a lot of facts in this to go over. We've barely touched a few of them because we both are so passionate and have so much to say on the subject. We should probably read off some of the facts that we have here.
This is about HIV and the COVID-19 vaccine. A lot of people are like, but I'm on PrEP. Okay, girl. So HIV, I mean, PrEP.
HIV is
will protect you from HIV.
COVID.
That's it. That is it. And I know I have a lot of friends out there who joke about, oh, I'm good, I'm on PrEP. That's a joke, right? But some people actually believe that. Some people are still out there not protecting themselves, and we say, honey, no. You need to protect at all. You gotta protect yourself, because if you're not protecting yourself, who's gonna protect you?
You're not protecting anybody else.
No.
So somebody told me this morning that they went to some educational seminar regarding this topic specifically, and how it was brought up that some people with living with HIV might be less likely to get COVID. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're on HIV medication or PrEP. It's because it was brought up. I wasn't there, but it was brought up in the discussion that usually people that are living with HIV are already very conscious of their bodies and their immune system, and are usually taking steps to stay healthier. Whereas people not living with HIV might not necessarily be working out on a regular basis, watching what we eat, watching what we intake. So that very well could be why there was this myth that people that are on PrEP and PEP, which is HIV medication, might not be as likely to get it. No, it has nothing to do with that.
No.
So I think that was a really, really interesting point.
PrEP and PEP is specific for the HIV virus. Specific. This COVID-19 is another specific virus. So it's not gonna, keep you from chickenpox if you've never had it. It's not gonna keep you from having a common cold if you never had it. These are both specific. One tip, or a couple of tips for people who are living with HIV. So COVID-19 vaccines are safe for people living with HIV. The COVID vaccines under development or approved by regulators are believed to be safe for most people, including people living with HIV. There is therefore no reason why people living with HIV should not take the vaccine when offered it. So don't say, oh, I'm scared. No, honey, no. It's safe for you. Right. I don't want to be a hypocrite, but I'm like, okay, girl.
No, I've known a few people living with HIV that had similar fear and concern and went ahead and took the vaccine and are totally fine and happy that they did. I mean, again, that doesn't speak for the whole community, but personal experience. My friends that are HIV positive have taken it, and they've been totally okay.
Right. And some people are saying, "Oh, my medication, my antiretroviral medications will stop me from getting COVID." No, baby, it is not true. Now, you can be really healthy. I believe in homeopathic in combination with that. So hopefully, you won't get COVID, but I can't. I'm not a doctor, so just get as healthy as you can. And get the vaccine if you can. If it's offered, why not? Unless you have your own personal reasons, why not?
And just a quick disclaimer, like you said, we are not doctors. We have a list of facts that have been.
They're from UNAIDS.org. I got them from the CDC. I got them from Colorado University. I got one from Duke. So there's a lot of facts in here.
And this is what we know now, of course, in a month, year, 5 years from now. As more research goes into it, things may change. But this is the current facts that we have now that we're working with. So, people living with HIV, yes, you can get the COVID-19 vaccine. You can weigh your options. You can either risk getting COVID-19, and being that you might already be immune compromised, you might have some issues with that. So maybe a better option would be to get the vaccine. At least I would think that if I was in that situation. Right. And again, if you are undocumented or have trouble making an appointment on the webpage or whatever, contact me. I'll put you in contact with my friend, and we can gladly make that happen for you. Just be flexible.
I want to read one of my favorite questions, frequently asked questions. Can coronavirus decrease sex drive? Now, this is from NBC News. In a group of over just 9,000 people, only 24% said COVID-19 infection have positively affected their sex lives.
Did you say can increase sex drive or decrease?
Decrease. Decrease. So 24% said yes. 28% were like neutral. 47% said it had affected negatively. Additionally, a study in China showed that sexual activity declined among young men and women. Now, my theory, this is all like statistics, and they ask, it's like 100 people were asked. Fine. Do you want to, if you're like runny nose, body ache, chill, diarrhea, you can't eat, you can't smell, you can't taste, are you gonna want to engage in sex? I know that's not sexy.
If I ate too much after dinner, I don't want to engage in sex. So again, if I'm runny nose, body ache, etc., no, that's the last thing on my mind.
Of course, it's gonna even like a funeral, it decreases my sex drive. Okay, like a bad episode of WandaVision decreases my sex drive. Just saying. Can antibiotics treat the coronavirus? This is for my people in the Bronx. I know a lot of y'all. Like, oh, I have a bottle of all the antibiotics. Okay, so those antibiotics were given to you or whoever they're prescribed to for a specific issue, illness, disease that happened at that time. Please don't take old antibiotics. You're going to get yourself sick. Furthermore, once your body has it and it stopped, and then you take it again, it's going to create this immunity for the antibiotic. And no, it does not cure COVID. Period, as they say.
And if I could take the next one,
Please
as
do.
a smoker myself, the next one.
I put that under here.
Thank you.
I know smokers too.
I have thought, I've been really thinking about this whole past 2019, rather 2020. Are smokers more likely to contract COVID-19? It says, smoking cigarettes can leave smokers more vulnerable to respiratory illnesses such as COVID-19, which is why there's never been a better time to quit smoking. FDA's Every Try Counts campaign has supportive tips and tools on how to help smokers get closer to quitting for good. I have been thinking about this a lot this last year because I was telling someone before we started filming today that the first time I got tested for COVID-19, I also got tested for the antibodies, and I came out negative for COVID-19 but positive for the antibodies. They told me I probably had it, and I didn't realize I had it. But thinking back,
You were asymptomatic?
well, thinking back, I had mild symptoms. I just didn't pay them any mind. So during the first 2 or 3 months that I was quarantined, from March, April, May, I got tested in May. So sometime between that window period while I was in quarantine, I had it. And then thinking back, I did have sore throat and I did have body aches and pains. I attributed the body aches and pains to being inactive, just sitting around the house all day, which I never do because I'm normally a very active person.
Right.
And I thought that was my body's reaction to that. And coughing and sore throat I attributed to smoking because I was literally feeling trapped indoors, just like not being able to leave the house and becoming increasingly nervous about even going to the garbage room to throw out my garbage. Like, I was really paranoid. I was literally just sitting in my room, chain smoking at my window, watching the cars go by, wondering when the hell I'm going to be able to go out and enjoy life again. It was such a period of uncertainty, and that was my comfort. It was something that I was doing. I was eating a lot, and I was smoking a lot.
I mean, we're all eating a lot.
And I attributed that to the sore throat and the coughing. But as it turns out, it was likely that was it was like a 10-day to 2-week window that I suffered those two symptoms together at the same time, hand in hand. And then it mysteriously disappeared. But I was already so paranoid, I didn't want to feed into the paranoia and be like, oh my God, I have COVID-19. I'm like, no, it's a cigarette. Yeah, that's been on my mind a lot. And yeah,
I'm glad this.
That's all I want to say on that.
It's still a debate. It's still in but at least it's a thought.
Yeah.
So get that in your head. It is a respiratory. It does. That's the part that I had COVID and I never had the respiratory problem.
Oh. What were your symptoms?
Everything.
Oh.
Diarrhea, headache, nausea, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, cold body chills, no smell, no taste. I lost 13 pounds. But after I was done, I lost 13 pounds, but then I found 26 later. So it kind of evened out.
You got it back.
Right, I found it. Oh, there you are. So I had all that except the respiratory. And I do suffer from bronchial asthma. Bronchial asthma? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And I don't always have asthma, but sometimes very, very, very rare. And I have lots of friends and family members, especially people of my brethren of the body shape that are a little bit bigger than what they ought to be health-wise. Sometimes we do suffer from respiratory problems, and we are more than likely, even without smoking, we are more than likely to get COVID because of the unhealthiness. Diabetes, high blood pressure, respiratory problems like asthma, and not asthma because it's natural, it's asthma because we really cannot walk up them stairs.
Wow.
That's us. But look, I'm part of, I've been in home for 11 months, and now that I have this job, beautiful as it is, honey, when I go upstairs, I'm like, I can't.
It's the lack of exercise.
Exactly. I've been home. There is a Riqi-shaped dent in my mattress at home.
I hear
it's
that.
just sitting there.
I hear that.
But neither here nor there, right?
Well, in my understanding, there are some sequelas. How do you say sequelas? Sequelas that after you had COVID,
Symptoms?
No. So after you have COVID,
Yeah.
you
Heart.
get
Yes. Heart.
you you're gonna have
palpitations.
some,
Yes.
your body gets affected in some certain in certain functions forever.
Yes.
Like for example, your the oxygenation or the level of uh, oxygen that your lungs can catch, it gets reduced.
Yeah. Well, maybe
you can get tired.
Well, fatigue.
Yeah, fatigue.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I did go to the hospital often, well, to my doctor because I felt I was having heart problems. Ooh. And they did an EKG. They said I was fine. They recommended I go to other. I was fine, and I'm like, well, what the hell is this problem? It feels like my heart is stopping for like half a second. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. So I'm like, what's going on? And these are the results after COVID. So if you've never had COVID, bless you, get a vaccine.
Yeah. So, interesting point. A friend of mine actually told me the other day, she was telling me about her COVID experience, and she also had it way back in the beginning and pulled through. She was just fine. But she says since then, she's been more allergic to things that she was already allergic to in the beginning, but it's been infecting her deeper, like dust and like bugs and like roaches, stuff like that.
Yeah, mites and everything, all that stuff. Yeah.
So I didn't realize, but I think I have the same problem. I thought it was just because I went through a series of depression during 2020, and I stopped cleaning my house, and I was living in funk, and I thought it was that, but I started, getting sneezy and having trouble breathing, feeling asthmatic, like dust and stuff, like more than I ever had in the past, and I'm wondering if that's a lingering side effect of somebody having had the COVID-19.
I'm not a doctor.
I know, same. Yeah, maybe think about it. It's very possible.
But you know who is a doctor? I have a list of places. Because where can I get my vaccine? I remember 2 weeks ago, a man came and was like, "Are you guys giving the vaccine?" No, we don't have that here. But you can go to vaccines.org, goodrx.com, cdc.gov. Call 311 wherever the hell you live. Because you could be New York City.
America, which I will tag in this video right now.
And you can put her number, her email, in the comments. NYC, NYC.gov/COVID-19. And the places that I have written down here are Walgreens, CVS, Costco Pharmacy, most of the urgent cares and community health centers, wherever you are living.
I think JC.
Right, I thought they were going out of business.
I think JC had a question or comment.
I have several.
Several.
Steven is saying, question: does the COVID-19 vaccine give any side effects?
Okay. So a lot of people. It depends on your body. So another thing that made me nervous about getting the COVID-19 vaccine is so many of my friends who got it in the beginning, January, early February, I saw my Facebook timeline filled with people complaining that the vaccine made them sick. And that's just the body's natural reaction to any foreign substance like a vaccine. But that made me nervous about getting it. But personally speaking, no. The only thing I felt was the pain of having a needle injected into my body that lasted 24 hours, and then it was fine. I never felt anything else. Anybody who I took to get the vaccine,
I lasted 2 days.
You lasted 2 days. My mom told me hers lasted 1 day.
Also, yeah, he wasn't feeling well.
Okay. Oh, actually, you might be a better person to answer this question then, because side effects.
There are side effects. It depends on everybody, right? You just have to make sure that you are not allergic to the vaccine.
Was it eggs? Because they usually say eggs when you do the shot.
You can if you have allergies, you should ask about what are the components or the ingredients in the vaccine.
They list that. They give you the paper when I told you they give you a paper of possibilities.
I didn't see that.
Some people told me they didn't. Maybe they run out if you go later in the day. I went earlier, so they gave me a sheet. I kept it and I shared it on my Facebook. If you want, I'd be happy to share it in this thread as well.
That'd be nice. Please do.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. But they vary from person to person. And my husband got pain in his arm for 2 days. He went to bed right after the vaccine was administered. And he was feeling weak. He has diabetes.
Okay.
And he's 59 years old. So probably that's why it affected him more. For me, was just the pain in my arm for 2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
And my bicep, actually, was hurting also, which was weird for a vaccine.
Was it in the
because the vaccine, they put it in your
muscle.
deltoid muscle. But was my bicep also hurting from it. So it was in the entire upper arm was actually hurting. Yeah, it's the first time that happens. Maybe because I'm old.
Wow.
Maybe because I'm old.
I was thinking, I was like, that's the first step of becoming a zombie. You think you're old now, wait till you become a
Well, out
zombie.
of everyone that I took, or that me and Jessica have referred to get the vaccine from the Javits Center, the only person that had any symptoms or side effects was my mother, who's also 59 years old. Maybe that has something to do with it as well. And she went in expecting to get some kind of side effects. She took Tylenol before getting the vaccine, and the next day she was able to work. You know, she was tired, she was a little sore. She was able to push through and go to work. And then the day after that, she was fine. So it really depends on the person. But yeah, I didn't feel anything except for the pain in the arm. But I'm still gonna go when I get my second vaccine next week or 2 weeks, whenever that is. I'm gonna go expecting to feel sick for a day or two, maybe not plan anything, not do anything that's gonna take a lot of energy, because there is a chance that you might feel fatigued, tired, diarrhea, headache, etc.
They say that the effects are actually stronger. Side effects are stronger in the second dose.
Really? Okay, so I'll just go fully prepared for that.
Because your body already has the antibodies. So when you get the second shot, your body reacts. The antibodies react to the actual vaccine.
And a real quick thing that I mentioned earlier, I just want to remind everybody again, the vaccine doesn't work instantly. The day that I took my friends to go get vaccine, we went and we celebrated by going out to get Korean food. And we all had our masks off and we're feeling cute and confident. But of course, reality is that vaccine doesn't take full effect until 2 weeks after you've gotten it. I know we all want to feel that false sense of security and like everything is okay, back to normal. No, be mindful. There's science behind it. You have to be patient. You have to wait. So 2 weeks. So 2 weeks after the first vaccine, you are 50% less likely to get sick from COVID. Not get COVID, because you still get COVID, but you won't get sick from it. And then after the second one, with the Pfizer, at least you're 95% likely for your body to be able to fight it off. Again, you can still have it, and you can still give it to someone. So by all means, keep wearing your mask.
More, Stephen again. Why is it that some people think that PrEP is a condom?
Well, it's
prophylactic.
It's miseducation or bad education or no knowledge. I won't say ignorance, and I hate that word. Just no knowledge at all.
I never heard that.
Yes, a lot of people. Oh, I'm on PrEP. I don't have to. Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, PrEP is only for HIV. There are much more worse things out there that you will have sores and pores and easing and grossness. You want that? Go for it. However, I don't recommend it. I wrote the book on them all. Honey, I'm patient zero. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. But if you want that stuff, go for it. However, I don't recommend it, because do you really want your bits and pieces oozing and goozing and paining and stuff? No, honey. Nobody wants that stuff. I mean, if you do, that's your life. Get your life. Live your best life, however. We want you to stay HIV negative. We want you to stay STI negative.
And if you're HIV positive, we want you to be HIV positive but healthy. So
right.
Keep taking your medication.
We want you to be undetectable. If not virally suppressed.
Yeah.
But
you can pass it on to anybody else.
Work it out.
HIV positive and undetectable. So take your meds, take them on time, take them regularly.
And even if you're on your med, you can still take echinacea, St. John's wort, keep yourself happy and immune to things out there. There's still a cold. Who wants to have a cold? It's getting warm outside. You're going to want to go outside and have a cocktail. So
why wait till 3?
Well, condoms and PrEP, they are both called prophylaxis, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe that's why people get confused.
Could be.
Prophylaxis is basically, the word prophylaxis means any preventive treatment administered to a person. Can be a pill, can be a latex protection, can be a helmet. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a sign of a baby crying.
Both are prophylaxis. but that doesn't mean that a condom is equal. Sorry, PrEP treatment or that medicine equals the effectiveness of a condom.
At all.
No,
No.
not at
You
all.
can have something fatal like a child. Who wants that? No? That joke? Okay. Wrong audience.
And on that note,
What time
we're
is it?
running out of time, so I don't know if there's any more things that you want to. We still have a lot to cover.
Yeah,
so
we
if
do.
you still have questions, ask them away. We can get
We're
back
gonna
to
have
them
on
later.
Monday.
We have
And we have Monday. Join us
Monday core group.
We will be
Yeah.
continuing this conversation. Monday core group.
And we will put the registration. You have to, in order to come to the meeting, you have to register.
Absolutely.
We need the statistics of how old you are, what location you are, what your sex is. Everything else, I mean, like I would say, if you want to make up your name and come up with the alias, cool. But your age and your location and your sex at birth would be greatly appreciated, because we need to add these things and see who our target people are and who we're actually reaching out to. But you must register each and every time you do it. It's easy peasy, I'm telling you. So it's like 30 seconds or less.
We can put the registration right here in the comment section as well.
We absolutely will. Yes.
You can also contact NPQueens19, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can contact me. I'll be happy to give you
NPQueens19 at Gmail. NPQueens19 on Twitter. NPQueens19 for our page on Facebook, and NPQueens19 regular for just the profile page. Instagram, MPP. Yeah, gosh. Ooh, I can't. I'm making up stuff. NPQueens19 there. Just Google it, and it's everywhere you want to be. It's like Visa. So come join us.
All right, wonderful. And just to wrap it up, as always, Friday, tomorrow, 11:30 a.m., Loved Ones Food Pantry will be at Friends Tavern in full effect, giving out free food to whoever shows up. There is a limit of amount of food we can give, so get there early, get online. Saturday, I'm not sure yet if Voces Latinas, maybe 3rd Street and Roosevelt, will be having their food pantry, but if they do, we'll be letting everybody know. So follow Voces Latinas on Facebook also. And this Sunday, Free Clothing Queens will be out and about. We have 3 locations. We'll be giving out free clothes from 12 till 3. And there's 1 location on 79th Street, 34th Avenue. I will have the table on 69th Street and 37th Avenue. And then our Sunnyside crew will have their location at Sunnyside. I don't remember what street they're on, but follow Free Clothing Queens on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and find out. We have a flyer up. And that's it. So everybody stay happy, healthy, sane.
Love and protect yourselves.
Get vaccinated if you want to, and if you think you can't, contact me. I'll put you in touch with somebody that can get you the vaccine.
Get tested regardless.
And,
get tested.
Always get
all types of
same
tests.
as HIV.
Right.
I always like to get tested for HIV every 3 to 4 months. I get tested for COVID every 1 to 2 months, depending how active I've been in the
Knowledge
community.
is power.
And protection. I mean, protect each other. You know, if I have it, if I find out I have it, that's fine. I don't want to pass it on to somebody else.
Protection for prevention.
So love and respect each other, and that's it. So I'll see you guys next week on Thursday right here at Flame Time, or join us Monday 6:30, and we'll see you guys here to continue the conversation. Bye.
Is my butt in there?
Your butt is live.
That's a great way to finish.
Like,
Bye. What a great way to end the segment. Thank you for that, Riqi.
No. I'm so original. I like that word.
That was fun.
That was long.
How long was it?
1 hour.
Oh. What? Isn't it supposed to be an hour?
We could